Hi, Todd Dunn here on June 27, 2019. Today I'm aboard my 1936 powerboat Tortuga and I'm getting ready to start work on a repair. As I've mentioned before, for the last several years I have had some deck leaks up around the forward end of the cabin house. And they've finally gotten to the point where I'm going to have to replace some wood. I've been trying to find them, and basically I've recalked everything, and the leaks are still there, and this year they actually seem to be a little bit worse than they have been, primarily on the starboard side. So I got to poking around down there the other day and discovered that I have significant rot in my overhead in the cabin in a small area on the starboard side. So I'm pretty sure that is one of the areas where the leak is localized. So what I'm going to do is open that area up and repair it from the inside. So today I'm just going to show you where I'm going to be working and talk a little bit about the materials I'm going to use. And then over the next few days I will show you this repair as I do it. And my goal in doing the repair is to make it look like it was never repaired. Okay, let's take a look down below and see where the leak is. Okay, this is the aft starboard side of the lower cabin, and I'm going to point out where the leak is, and we'll talk a little bit about what I'm going to do. The first thing that caught my eye is over here in this panel here. This is significantly rotted. I can punch my finger into it, as you can see. So I'm going to remove that panel and replace it with new wood after I find, I hope, where the leak is. In addition, this deck beam up here is rotted, and I've marked it right here with where I intend to, approximately where I intend to cut it to remove the outboard end of that beam. And I will be replacing it with a new piece of beam that I will epoxy scarf to the end of that beam. And that line I marked there is just an approximation. I haven't measured it for the actual scarf joint yet. That's just to mark where I want to cut. On the overhead proper, or which on a house you'd call the ceiling, but ceiling means something else on a boat, this plank here, the end, is very punky, back to about here, same here, and just the end of that is punky. The outboard plank is okay, and this plank is okay. So I'm going to replace this one, and this one from where they go over the top of this beam, back to where the ends disappear at the forward end under the other beam, which is sound. And I've got new wood that I'm going to put up there. This is 3/4 inch fir, so I will cut that out and put the new wood in. On top of that fir is the old canvas deck covering, and stapled to that is a layer of 1/4 inch plywood, and then we get to the fiberglass that coats that on the deck. And I'm going to remove everything up to the fiberglass, sand out anything that's adhering to the fiberglass, glue in new plywood, and then finally glue in my new planks. And the last things I'll do will be to replace the deck beam and then this piece of wood here. So all of that is going to take a little time because I'll have to cut it out and see if I can find where the leak is, and hopefully repair the leak at the same time that I'm doing all the other repairs. And my goal is to have it so that you cannot tell that I've replaced this beam, replaced this planking, or replaced this plank here. That shouldn't be too difficult to do. It's just a matter of making sure everything fits well, and a little bit of sanding, maybe a little bit of putty, and then paint. So that's the plan, and I will start the next time I'm aboard by starting to cut wood out. I should say that right here, this screw goes into the bottom of the cabin house forward face, and there are screws here and here that go into the outer face. So this is the corner where the cabin top sits. But it'll be plenty strong enough. This isn't the only thing supporting the cabin top. But I'll be able to remove those, and just as long as I don't step on this spot on the fiberglass when it isn't supported, I shouldn't have any issues with it in terms of the overall strength of the boat. Now this is something that I'm familiar with because I rebuilt the front 5 feet of the forward deck, which this is the bottom of the forward deck. I did that this spring, and so I know exactly how it's put together. It shouldn't be particularly difficult to do this replacement from the inside without penetrating the fiberglass, and at the very least I will not make the leak any worse, and I will probably find it and be able to seal it up so that the leak is no longer there. So that's what the plan is, to do this little repair, which is probably going to take me, including all the finishing, maybe 15 hours, and get it all put together so that it looks brand new. Okay, so that's my upcoming work on the Tortuga over the end of June, and hopefully I'll have it pretty much all done. Maybe still need a couple coats of paint by the 4th of July. So, hope you will come back and watch the repair as it progresses, and I'll be showing it in stages. Okay, thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed seeing this content, and please subscribe if you haven't, and don't forget to click that notification bell so that you'll get notifications of when the next installment in this little repair video comes along. Thanks again for watching.